This video is for mile marker 3, practice 1, question 7. In question 7, the first thing we want to do is figure out how to solve this problem. So hopefully we can observe that we're given two sides of the triangle and we're asked to find the third side. And we talked about this in the introduction tutorial, but when that's the case, that's when we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So I would just go ahead and write that somewhere near the problem just to kind of code it so that you will remember what you're doing. Okay, so the Pythagorean theorem, we talked about this in question 2 as well, but we said the Pythagorean theorem tells us that when we square the two small legs of a right triangle, add them together, their sum is the value of the hypotenuse squared. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this problem, we're given two legs and we're finding the hypotenuse. So you might argue that this is an easier version of the Pythagorean theorem than problem number 2. All right, so it doesn't matter which we call A or B, but it does matter that the hypotenuse is always C. So if we go to our Pythagorean theorem over here, we could just substitute that information with information from the problem. So I could say 15 squared plus 24 squared equals, and instead of c squared, I'm going to go ahead and put our x squared in here. All right, now we just have to use the calculator to do that work. So order of operations, you can plug 15 squared plus 24 squared into a graphing calculator. Order of operations, we'll do the squares first. So we get 225 plus 576 is going to be x squared. All right, when we add those together, I'm going to come over here because I'm running out of room. When we add this together, we should get 801 for our value of x squared. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So I want to take the square root of 801, and that's going to give me the square root of x squared, which is x. And you know what? Instead of using an equals, I know I'm going to have to round, so I'm going to use the approximately. Oops, maybe. All right, so the square root of 801, we're going to plug that into our calculator. We should get 302. So 28 and 302 thousandths, and that's our approximate value for x. Again, make sure that you are rounding to the third decimal place or to the thousandths place.